What's up, peeps? Today, I'm going to show you the absolute best Premiere Pro export settings to achieve the highest quality YouTube videos. I had to make this video because I've seen so many different recommendations with inaccurate explanations of Premiere Pro export settings. Also, I want to show you an export trick that the biggest YouTubers are using, but nobody seems to be talking about. So let's get to it. So these export settings will be for the highest quality YouTube uploads, not for the smallest files or fastest render time. So first thing we want to do is select a format. You will want to choose the H.264 codec. A codec is a software that compresses your videos so it can be stored and played back. H.264 is YouTube's recommended codec. I would be super stoked if YouTube would support the H.265 codec, but they don't. H.265 is awesome because it delivers a higher quality video at the same bitrate as H.264. Even my GoPro has H.265 as an option. I don't think YouTube has any plans to support H.265, but things could change. So choose the H.264 codec, and then the next thing you'll want to do is choose a preset. So I've seen people recommend so many different things here, and in my mind, the best choice is the one that will create the highest quality video that can be uploaded to YouTube. And that is the high quality 2160p 4K. But wait, there's an option for YouTube 2160p 4K Ultra HD. Dang, that sounds like a better option, right? It's not. You'll have way more compression and a lower bitrate, resulting in a lower quality video. And here's the evidence. So I have this 30-second clip set to export with my preferred export settings, and it's estimated the file size is about 280 megabytes. But if I go to Profile and change it to YouTube 2160p 4K Ultra HD, the estimated file size drops to 140 megabytes. This drop is a direct result of a lower bitrate and more compression. So what if your video was shot in 1080p? This is where we can talk about the trick that many big name YouTubers use, but never talk about when discussing export settings. Even if they do shoot a 1080p sequence, they still use the high quality 2160p export. So for example, Matt Hapoya, he usually shoots at 1080p, but renders his videos at 4K, and his videos look dope. I also like shooting most of my videos at 1080p, but I will still render them in high quality 2160p. Why? Here's 3 reasons. First is the maximum bitrate setting for high quality 1080p is only 62.5. That's just not high enough for me. Another reason is YouTube compresses videos so significantly during upload, so I want a larger bitrate and file size so my video suffers less from YouTube compression. And lastly, it's only logical that YouTube will allocate more storage space per second with a 4K video than a 1080p video, resulting in less compression. Okay, so before we talk about other settings, it's critical you render your videos at 24 frames per second, even if you shot them at a higher frame rate. This will ensure that your video looks more cinematic and natural. Premiere Pro automatically matches the sequence settings to the first video you drop into your timeline. So what you want to do is make sure your sequence settings are set to 24 frames per second before you export your video. Alright, so after you select high quality 2160p 4K setting, scroll down and check mark the box next to render at maximum depth. This renders your content at a 32-bit color depth, which will reduce or eliminate artifacts and banding in your video. This is most helpful if your sequence contains lots of layered effects, and also if your sequence contains high contrast or very low contrast clips. So next, scroll down to bitrate settings. You have several choices here: CBR, VBR1 pass, VBR2 pass. The highest quality render setting is VBR2 pass. CBR stands for constant bitrate. It means that the bitrate will be constant throughout your video, and it's not great because it might not allocate enough data for complex sections of your video, resulting in a degraded quality. If you choose a high enough bitrate to accommodate more complex scenes, your file size will be gigantic and render time will take days. VBR stands for variable bitrate. VBR allows a higher bitrate to be allocated to more complex segments of your video, while less space is allocated to less complex segments. This gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you higher quality with a more efficient file sizes. So VBR single pass uses an on-the-fly approach because it analyzes and encodes data at the same time, while it takes a single pass through your footage. VBR2 pass is the right choice when encoding quality is the most important thing to you. With VBR2 pass encoding, it goes over your footage twice. In the first pass, the data is being analyzed and the result is stored in a log file. In the second pass, the collected data from the first pass is used to achieve the best encoding quality possible. So after you select VBR2 pass, you'll need to select a target bitrate and a maximum bitrate, basically a lower and upper limit. Bitrate refers to the amount of data stored for each second of video that's being played. The higher the bitrate, the less compression, which results in overall higher quality video. You could go as high as 300 here, but that's probably more appropriate for a Hollywood action movie. I use a target of 80 with a max of 100, which is probably still overkill for a YouTube video. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is check the box next to maximum render quality. This is a high quality resize operation that should be used when you're outputting to a different frame size than your sequence, like when you're upsizing from 1080p to 4K. It reduces jagged edges when resizing video, but it doesn't make a difference when outputting to the same frame size. It significantly increases render time, so only use it if you're resizing your videos, say like from 1080p to 4K. So the last thing you want to do is you want to make sure the Use Previews box is unchecked and just leave all the defaults for the other settings. That's it. Go ahead and export. Like I said, these export settings are for the highest quality YouTube videos and will result in larger file sizes and longer render times, but it's what will make your videos look beautiful. As usual, post your comments and questions below, and if you like this video, let me know, hit the like button. And if you want to see more, then be sure to subscribe. That's it, I'm out.